And I'm gonna say this right now, man. If you don't see what's going on in the world and you aren't making your moves now, like to make a change in your life, like I don't even know what to tell you at this point, man. Like I was just looking at I was on Instagram and I saw where YouTube is raising the bar, where YouTube is raising the bar to get on their program and all this stuff. And I promise you this, I've told 10 people in the last 30 days that the world is changing. Like I say, you know what, people are sleeping on all the opportunities we have because you know it's so easy to get into it. Like it's so easy, everybody's sleeping on it. And I was telling people, man, I said at some point YouTube is going to have like some kind of trial, you know, and some kind of, you know, you got to jump through hoops, like, or you might have to pay to even be in the, you know, partner program, you know. And here I look at this morning, man, and it says YouTube is going from, you know, you got to have 1,000 subscribers and you got to have 4,000 watch hours. Now YouTube is going to 8,000 watch time hours, which is like, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, I've been telling the same thing to people in exit strategies or people just in conversation about getting their YouTube channel monetized. I said, if you're gonna monetize your channel, don't focus on subscribers. I said, focus on watch time hours. Just because the way YouTube is set up, focus on watch time hours. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, you have to understand, if somebody's coming to YouTube, 8 times out of 10, they're looking for longer content as opposed to, you know, TikTok or Instagram. In other words, if I'm looking up a video of how to, you know, how to do a certain thing, how to cook a certain recipe, how to cook lasagna, and I see one on there that's 2 minutes, odds are if I'm coming to YouTube, I'm looking for the longest, most thorough version of it possible. 7 to 8 times out of 10. So you gotta play that game. You gotta play longer content game. So if you focus on your watch time hours, your subscriber count will go up because you're gonna be getting more engagement. Plus YouTube can make more money on your video if it's longer. Like if your video is over 8 minutes long, then YouTube can start putting their ads in there even before you monetize. Y'all know YouTube changed that a couple years ago. Even if you aren't monetized, YouTube said we're gonna be putting ads in your videos. So YouTube won't put ads in a video less than 8 minutes. So if you make your video 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then YouTube is saying, hey, we can get the bag off of this. So of course we're gonna put this video in front of more people. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of, and I love this, that's why you see a lot of smaller channels growing fast now. Like, man, it used to take a long time to get 1,000 subscribers. But you got people, man, making videos. You got people that have 1,000 subscribers and have videos, man, that are 100,000 plus views. It's because YouTube is saying, hey, you know, we want to make money too, man. I want to try this coffee shop up, man. Y'all give me one sec. But yeah, YouTube is raising the bar. Amazon is raising the bar. I know I heard recently that, you know, it used to be where if you had a book you wanted to write, if you had an ebook you wanted to put out, you could go straight to Amazon and it was like no questions asked. Now Amazon is even pushing the brakes on letting people come through. I think if you have like a certain percentage of AI, or if they think your product is too much of, you know, something like everybody else's and it's AI, like Amazon is shutting it down, bro. And that's unheard of. So all I'm saying is, man, like all the opportunities we have right now that people are just sleeping on, and I just named 2 that I'm familiar with, but I'm sure it's in every industry. Everything is either opening and closing for like this last exchange of what you're gonna do. Like even one of my partners, man, he's into stocks, and he was telling me about how, and I don't know what it's called, but like these programs where you can get in these stock companies and they kind of help you, they kind of train you, and they let you invest with their money and you keep a percentage, whatever that's called. Like they even like temporarily lowered the barrier of entry of that to let people say, hey, you know what? If you're gonna do it, like let's do it. And that's what I'm saying, man. Whatever you saying you gonna do, bro, like you gotta do something. Even if it looks crazy, man. I got a cousin, man, you know, and we hadn't talked in a long time. And I would see him on Facebook, man, deep brother. He's working on a book and all kind of stuff. He's just a solid, deep brother, man, cousin. And he reached out to me a couple of weeks ago now, man, and he was like, hey, man, how do you how do you call this play? And I said, do this, this, this. I looked up a week later, two weeks later, he's posting content. He's full studio in the crib. Like, if you aren't moving like that, bro, if you ain't moving like that, you ain't got but a few more minutes, man. You ain't got but a few more minutes. Yeah, Cuz said, hey, how do I move? Man, I looked up Cuz in a whole studio with a full script, giving his spiel. And I was like, man, if you ain't moving like that, man, like you finna get left behind, man. You know, so all these industries and all these doors are open. Like you know, it's been, and this is what I'm really saying. Like over the last 2 or 3 years, I've been saying, hey, you know what? One of the blessings is that there are no middlemen. There aren't any middlemen pretty much in any industry. Writing a book, driving Uber, you know, like you can pretty much operate, you know, in a different frequency than you could 10, 12 years ago. But it's getting to the point where that old system, I keep looking for my coffee, man, where that old system will adapt and people will start making, you know, putting middlemen back in place. Like this window doesn't stay open forever. This 100-year cycle I'm always talking about. Like there's a period where in every 100 years, there's a period where men can move how they want to move. Like there's no jurisdiction. People can start oil companies, people can start electric companies. You know, there's been some kind of, now we have AI in this digital space in other arenas. And nobody's taking advantage of, not saying nobody, but a lot of people are sleeping on it. We won't even be having these conversations in a few more minutes. Like in a few more minutes, we won't even be talking about how this window is closing. Like it's just going to be a straight disconnect from those that called plays and those that didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like in a few more minutes, in 5 more minutes, you're going to have a group of people saying, yeah, these people were blessed and they had favor and da 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 da. Keep my phone off. You know what I'm saying? Like these days won't last always, man. So ask yourself, like when they have what's today, Tuesday, Wednesday? Like sit down with yourself and say, you know what? Like why aren't I calling a play? Like I know I want to do this thing. Every man I talk to has that thing in the back of his mind. There's not a man that doesn't have something sleeping way back there. It may just still be an idea, but it's something way back there, man. You got to drill and get that thing out, bro. You got to get that thing out, and you better get it out quick, bro. And you need to do something with these trucks, man. I don't know if these be trash trucks or, but they be bedazzled, man. I guess they just regular dump trucks. I'm right here right off Soy 55, man. Yeah, but whatever you're gonna do, man, you're gonna do it. You gotta overcome that fear, overcome whatever it is, bro. Because in a few more minutes, you're gonna be looking crazy, man. You're gonna be looking crazy. Like it's like this. It's like everything is wide open. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. This is what it feels like. This is what it's like. This is what I feel, man. Is that all energies are so thick that if you aren't moving in a definiteness, like if every single day, every single action isn't on purpose, bro, it's like you're stuck in quicksand. That's how thick everything is. That's how thick both darkness and light is. Me and my son were talking about this the other day. Like my son was saying, you know, he was just saying, hey man, you know, I'm gonna go out and do some volunteering in a few days, a few weeks, whatever he was saying. He was just like this dark energy is so heavy, like I gotta counterbalance it with like some extra light. He said, I'm gonna go volunteer and feed the homeless or something, because this energy is so heavy, man. It's heavy. Everything is like quicksand, so you have to be definite, man. And I'm gonna tell you this. And it's gonna piss some of y'all off, I know, but it needs to. If your religion, and I don't care what your religion is, you name them, all 511 of them. If your religion is your only connection to source, you might as well wave the white flag right now. If your religion As beautiful as religion is, all of them have, portions of beauty within them, and truth within them. As beautiful and truthful as they can be, if it's your only connection to that Most High, you cooked. Like you're cooked. You're cooked. If that's your only. That's why I see a lot of people comment in the comment section. When I talk about certain things, people come at me with, Christianity and you're this and you're that. And I don't mind having those conversations. I'll have those conversations all day. But I'm saying if Christianity or Islam or any of them is your only source, I don't even want to have no conversation with you. Because I've already read that script. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know what you're going to say because I was that. Like, I know how to defend that, which means I easily know how to counter defend that. I've already done the homework, so let's not even waste our time. Like, let me not even make a video on that, because once I make a video, I'm going to lose you within the first 2 minutes anyway, because I know the box you're living in. And I'm saying, if you're living in a box nowadays with any name on it, man, you so cooked. It's crazy. This what Neville was talking about in '56. He said at some point in time, your religion, your fraternities, your government, they won't be able to help you at all. It's going to be you and only you. You and only you. So man, it's just like it's like in this final stage of transition, man. Like if you're moving, I think this is a good gauge. If you're moving in the same way and manner as you were moving in 2020, you're just as cooked. Meaning, if your recipe, shameless plug, if your recipe is the same thing as it was in 2020, man, you so far behind, man. You would have to instantly go into like a 30-day fast to catch up. Like you would have to go through some extreme to catch up from missing that bus. Because if you're still operating like you were then, man, look at all the madness that's taking place since then. The world has practically had another Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what I'm saying. And I know they cleared some things up where you can kind of have more conversations around that 19. But bro, that 19, when people look back at that 19 and see what went down, they're going to be having conversations like when we talk about the Jews. It's going to be that kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be that kind of conversation. We just can't tell because we're in it. Brother, we just survived that. People were losing their jobs. We just survived. Y'all can say what you want to do, what you want to say. But we just survived that. Y'all will see. I guess we won't see. We'll all be dead and gone. But I'm sitting here rambling, man. All I'm saying is get to it. Whatever it is you got planned, whatever it is you got in that journal, whatever it is you telling the wifey at night, whatever it is you talking to your partners about at the water cooler, like pull the trigger on that thing, man. But even anybody that's thinking about starting a channel, and you're like, hey man, I've been wanting to start a channel for years, I just don't know. I'm gonna tell you all you gotta do, bro. All you have to do is think in the way of identifying a problem and offering a solution. In some way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm not saying you gotta be, have some kind of, all you have to do, man, is identify. That's why I'm always talking about calls. Let me get over here for this thing. We'll be packed away. That's why I'm always talking about calls, man. It's packed up here. I'm gonna tell you something. If you come to this Assault BTS and you don't have like money on a rabbit card, oh, you stuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sit in these lines and pay. We gotta get you one of these rabbit cards. One of these. You get that rabbit card, you're good. But all you have to do is think in terms of problem and solution. Problem, solution, and pain points. I don't see how anybody on the globe, I don't see how anybody in the globe can live in the year 2026 and haven't identified any kind of problem that they would address. That's beyond me. It's just a matter of identifying a problem or identifying issues that people are going through, or identify things that you've overcame. You know, it's too many ways to get it. You know, not even that. Even looking at your life, and looking at what you've overcome. All you have to do, man, is stop, turn around, look at the people that are where you used to be, and give them the way. Give them your recipe on how to get it out of that mud. It doesn't get any easier than that. It doesn't get any easier than that, man. So all I'm saying is, getting back to what I was saying, like the game is changing. I've talked to, let's say over the last 6 months or a year, I've probably talked to, in the last 6 months, I probably talked to 30 people that are on the fence saying, man, I'm ready to get in this digital business. A few have jumped in it, a good handful have jumped in it. Some are still contemplating. I said, bro, the threshold is not gonna be what it is forever, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. To miss with this internet, oh, my train here. To miss what this internet is doing is almost like missing Bitcoin, but it's so much slower, so you don't understand it. You know, when you think about the .com boom, when you think about the internet boom, people got rich overnight. But with this social media, man, it's so slow that people can't see it. But it's an opportunity, man. If you got something on your mind, if you got something to talk about, get in this digital space, man. I don't like talking on these trains, man, so I'll get at y'all later.